Pose. Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana.
Never saying that in class. Ever.
Who have you ever heard say it? We all say pigeon, right?
Just now.
Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana. Okay, so the full expression of this pose has one leg up behind you and your arms reaching back for it, right? Instead of one-legged king pigeon pose, which is what Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana means. One-legged king pigeon pose. We're so good kids.
So are we actually gonna do, is it actually pigeon or is it like half pigeon? Or, I feel like I've heard it called half pigeon or, no, okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't have an answer for that
Okay,
question.
okay.
Okay, your bolster is here. So think about it in your head, find the picture of what it is, or you can look in your book, either one. One leg is back, right? That hip is in extension. Yes. The other leg is forward. And the foot is here, right? External rotation.
External?
External.
It's going.
My hip is going this way
Yeah.
in order to get my foot in.
It feels backwards because the
It
foot
does.
is
Yeah, that's right.
But if you're thinking about like
The joints.
Yeah.
All right. Come to downward facing dog over your bolster. Lift your right leg back behind you. Bring it forward over your bolster. Bring the foot towards the opposite side of the mat. Okay, you want your foot on the floor in front of the bolster. Your whole leg, Valerie. Yep, walk it over. Come down so that the bolster is supporting both sides of your pelvis. Both sides
Both
of your
sides.
pelvis.
Like this side too?
Yep. Yeah, it might be back. Can you go back? Wait, that doesn't mean both. Yes.
I think I need more bolsters. I don't, yeah, right? I mean, it's just okay the way it is. Okay. I think she says it's good.
That's as good as it gets.
good.
Okay, so come out of the pose.
Great. Yeah, as good as it gets.
Come out of the pose. Come on out of it.
Can't get out of it.
Okay, so just imagine if you didn't have that bolster there.
It'd be
You'd like
easier.
to lay on the bolster. You
Yeah.
think it would be easier?
Well,
Yeah,
I think
not
it
for
would-
some- okay,
not for
for
somebody else.
some people, it's not gonna be easy.
Right.
For you guys who have this ability to move, it probably is easier, but then we'll come back to it in a minute.
It's just hard for me to move my leg over.
Yeah, me too.
That was
Which
the.
is probably something I need to work on.
Yes, because it means when you round, I'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
When you round forward, you have to lift, you have to round,
Yeah.
so lift up over.
Yeah.
But it forces you to find internal rotation because you have to lift the leg up,
Yeah.
okay? You have to lift the leg up
Yes.
over the bolster. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This tree for the chair.
You're gonna turn your chair.
How close does it need to be?
Probably front legs of the chair on the mat so that it's not gonna slide.
Yeah.
All right, I want you to come to downward facing dog with your hands on the chair seat.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, it's sliding.
Move your bolster out of the way.
It's their bolster.
All right, Alright, so you're in down dog on your bolster.
On our chair.
Yeah, sorry, on your chair. You're gonna lift one leg up, hold on to the sides of your chair, come forward and bring your leg up onto the chair seat. It's gonna be cold. See if you can get, not here, but here. Yeah.
It is painful.
Press into your back foot. Use your back foot to take some weight off. So internal rotation in your body is not a friend.
No. I think you guys are crazy.
Put your hands up on the back of your chair seat.
Okay.
Bring your back foot forward a little bit so it's not quite so long. Oh, what's hurting?
Right here. I don't know what they're called. Oh my god.
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, it's probably IT, but it's also hamstring.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that outer hamstring.
Is it weak? Tight? What? Ask it how it feels, Dory. Make it talk to you.
Oh. It needs to be stronger, probably.
Okay.
It's not very extensible, so it doesn't want to go in this position.
Okay. So it's
Because this one is the hamstring lengthening. This
okay.
is,
So it's having trouble with
yes,
eccentric.
it's having trouble with eccentric
Okay.
lengthening. So press your knee down into the chair and pull it backwards so you come up higher.
Oh. I understand why people cry. In
All
this
right,
pose.
step out of the pose. Try the other side, see if it's different. You might find that the other side is the easier one, so don't assume.
I don't, this knee
Other
doesn't
side's
like to
easy.
bend that way, this artificial knee, it doesn't.
Oh,
it
you're
doesn't
right,
like
you're right.
that
So
motion.
don't go there.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's why. This is way easier. The other side, my knee is like, that's the knee that's
This is not happening.
not here. So I think it's, I can do it a lot better on this side.
So maybe don't try and bring it so far.
I've never had this much trouble with this pose. I'm just gonna blame it on my mother.
It's gotta be her fault.
It's everything. It all starts with her.
On this side of the room. Yeah, good. Nice. Okay, so as you work with the back leg to come up, you feel the extension as your glute turned on.
Oh my.
The other side is not, the other side is lengthening, right? All right, come out of it.
I can't.
See, you know, that was my other side.
Thank you. I literally thought I was gonna fall.
All right, come back to the floor. Get rid of the chair, get rid of the bolster. Come into downward facing dog.
That feels really good. to
No,
have
it
done
is.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
just,
it really does feel nice, like you've done something.
so do the bolster again, or no?
No bolster, no chair. Downward facing dog. Bring one leg forward, whichever one you feel like you haven't done enough. Bring one leg forward. Slide the foot over to the side. Untuck your toe, or don't. You don't have to untuck your toe. Turn your glute on. Press the top of that back foot down into the floor.
Question about this. I do feel like there's a tendency to fold. Engage the glute and maybe push down on the foot.
Push down on your front foot.
This foot?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what happened? Yes, because what's happening is your other hip is trying to get out of extension.
Oh.
It turned it on.
Yes.
So you press this foot.
Yes.
In.
You press the back foot, the top down, you press the front leg into the floor. Front leg
So-
into the floor. And look,
Where's my?
Come up.
She's a show off.
Woo,
We love her
woo.
though.
I love pigeons, sorry.
So,
You do not
what if my
apologize.
spine
I
is
love
getting
pigeons.
straighter?
Be the queen
Like,
of
I
this.
just want to be outside.
I know, right? Let's see that like
And
up down.
I'm
Let's
just
see
so
it.
many people
Yes.
up.
Yes.
You got this, girl.
Look at that.
Okay,
Yes.
Oh my god!
So when you come down onto your elbows, what goes away?
Some of the tension on my lower back.
Okay, some of the tension in the lower back. That could be because you didn't have your glutes turned on enough.
I think I feel like this stretch becomes less.
Yes.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
stretch becomes less.
Unless you push this
Oh.
back into
The external rotation becomes less when you come down.
Okay, so I feel less of a stretch in my hip flexor. Like when I'm here, I feel that and I can do the scissoring. Then when I come here, I feel it more in this quad.
That's where it like cuts down on your
Okay,
right.
so this is where you're crooked. You need some support. So come back up and let's see if you can get up high enough to get the bolster underneath.
See when I'm down like this, it's flat. So
Does
yeah,
that help?
when I come up,
Yes.
it's in both, but it's more
So
here.
would it
When
help
you're-
to go
when
back
you're down,
down?
it's on the
Because being completely
Yeah.
When you're down, it's in your belly.
And so what happens to
Same thing. But when I'm up here, this is where I feel it here.
So you can do it with the bolster, you're still not really square.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
It's not the same.
Is that
That's
And it's
more
opposite,
square.
yeah, it's opposite what she said.
But I mean, that's probably.
And is this a problem for my
stretching
spine?
here.
My
Here.
What is it?
So you can play with position really
Out here.
Okay.
or closer to the midline.
Sonata, can you look at Valerie as well?
She got a bigger Valerie.
Well, I keep being crooked, so join push the.
So if you want to come in and look
Yeah,
and
and I'm
listen
wondering
to
what's
what she's
creating the
doing.
crookedness? Is it just spine
It's-
or is it?
Or if you want to.
So your spine's
turning.
What you're trying to use your spine to square your hips. Okay. So I want you to stay here and think about length and speaking with an axial extension.
Do a honey
You don't have to, you can just like me, but
Yes, yeah. So think about.
So when they you know, like, my brain is trying to.
Yeah.
So it's not letting me get into it.
I much prefer this higher version where you can really work the legs,
Down to
the
the top of
legs.
this. Yeah.
Because that's the work. That's the work for
Feel that?
external.
Good.
Whereas
So
when
we're
we're
trying
trying
down and you soften into it,
It's like
you
you
can
don't
just,
have the shoulder.
it's
so
too
easy
easy
to just
to
send
say.
it forward so you can the same side.
Okay.
And
So
every
when you
time you come over and behind somebody
when you
to
come
correct
down
them,
like this,
they will
you still
always twist
maintain
their spine.
Scissoring action of the
No, no,
legs.
no. Spine
So,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, that looks really good, Valerie. I think that's the lowest you've ever been in it.
Yeah, Valerie.
Is that the knee that you have the replacement or is that the other knee?
No, it's this one.
Okay. Bring yourself out. What do you do if you feel like your class needs some pigeon, because this is such a relief in this external rotation can feel so good? What do you do when you can't get people into it?
Figure four, go on your back.
You go on your back, figure four, you can do chair, figure four. This is the same action happening on the back, where you cross the knee and pull it in, you still can find the work. You can do it in a chair.
So that's what usually when I do the modifications on my back, and until we did this, I had no concept of the need to make sure like I think where you have a neutral spine, because otherwise you'll be compensating.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, I would just do it wrong, basically, yeah.
But it makes them think you'd be less connected with it on the floor, right?
I
With
know.
the idea of it, I mean,
Of what?
less connected with the idea of where your spine needs to be on the floor.
I think, no, well, I mean, I can roll into it, is the point. See how I roll into it versus like, if I keep it neutral and then pull it in.
And what I was just telling Danielle over here too is pigeon on the ground is external rotation, and we naturally abduct, abduct, we take it away from the body. So if you are looking to get right here and isolate this, the closer you get the knee in line with the hip and keep it, you're taking the abduction out and you're only getting external rotation. And this is a very intense stretch. So when you're on the ground, I really like it. It feels a little constricted, but if you can get people, instead of being here, cause see how much abduction I have? If I can be here, then I can find this a little bit better.
So closer.
Yeah.
Like on the lower half of your calf or something?
Yeah, so press in the knee. And notice the difference if I slide you away. So you have here, okay,
Yeah.
versus here. You feel it a little bit differently? Yeah. Sorry. Well, I feel it, it's just, and I really like to find that best in a chair or really on on like a weight bench, because you can be here and my knee is in line with my hip, so it totally changes. It feels here, and this is a lot of work. Like this is strengthening that, and I love it, but you're not gonna find that out here. But this is what's comfortable and easiest to go into. This takes a lot of like manipulation to get into this position.
Okay, with the intent of the pose, when I've been taught it, if I recall, the idea is that you to like square your leg right with your mat. Like
Yes.
that kind of concept. And then with this part, like really, like not to sink into this hip, is that, or to keep the hips straight, right?
But that's hard to find unless you're actually working to pull those legs.
When I don't know how many people can
reality of-
actually do that.
No, we're
right?
not. And that should never really be the goal.
Yeah.
I like give people the freedom to be like, this is not the goal of the pose. The goal of the pose is to find work and lengthen your hips. But if I'm forcing this and if I don't have the hip knee mobility to get this, and then you tell me to get my knee straight, then I'm gonna do some kind of sliding distortion to get there.
Yeah.
But if I allow somebody like, bend your knee a little bit, bring it closer to you, then you can find, when you think about in that position, right femur is coming into the socket, pushing into the SI joint, and left hip is coming down. But don't do it with your spine,
Yeah.
do it with your glutes and your hips.
Yeah.
Do you wanna walk it through that? Do you wanna feel it in your body?
Yeah, why don't everybody come into Pigeon, the best version of Pigeon you had.
Your best version. Your best version of yourself, not perfect.
So if you think about when you get there, kind of come down. I'd like for you to come down on your elbows if you can, so your shoulders aren't bracing yourself. If you hate it, come up on blocks. You can do that as well.
Put your forearms on blocks.
And so pressing down to the tops of that foot. Get the knees kind of straight. Yeah.
Okay, and so the idea is that our knee is in front of our hip, right?
Okay.
Not out to the side.
Not
Press
on
down
the side.
to the top of the
Yeah.
If you can. So she's
Well,
I was asking.
I think that part I can do.
Or
It's
sit
just
back
whether or
into
not I'm like
yeah,
this
press into
versus
Same with me,
this.
yes.
It's not about where my knee
I
goes.
have
I
a
can
pretty
do that.
small angle right here.
Yeah, it's like moving your heel out. Like for you, like try to move your heel to your elbow. Can you do it? And try to like square that knee, like have it parallel to the front of your mat.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do that? Oh, well, whatever.
I can't do Malasana.
No, I know that's amazing, but you can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking for like my pose, cause I can't do
Without
that
bracing.
myself.
Alright. When press through the top of this foot. Keep your spine long, let me move your spine. Can you feel it more here?
Nope.
Pull your ribs down. There you go. Press down to the top of this. Mm-hmm.
I feel it. This is where I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm just looking for like, can we square the hips? Can I pull this hip bone down and lift this and square my hips
Yeah.
without moving here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To remember, one of the compensations for hip flexion, your front leg tendon flexion is that the hip pipes up.
Yeah.
That's what she's looking for. Getting the hip down.
This one was like,
Yeah. Whew, that was a workout. Oh, you want me on my? Yeah.
That is a lot of work when you do it
There's
correctly.
Sorry, there's me in a second person. I need my hand in. To get real close and personal.
That's right.
Janetta has to come to your house.
You need to speak for it, but you can close around the wall.
That's so nice.
In her, you see where her heel is crease in her nose comes up? It's
Perfectly acceptable, yes.
matter.
The cue of having your knee in line means that this part of the lower leg needs to be where you can put it. You do not have to
Okay.
pull it up. You might wanna work towards pulling it up.
Just from a range of
Yeah, from
motion.
range of motion.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because on this leg,
my favorite.
I mean, this is for me that,
When she
like, this is about as,
adjusts
Like
into
even-
it, it's like,
and in this
whoa,
case, again,
really
like what
works
she
out
did,
your muscles.
press down and
So
like this leg.
No,
and
it's
then
not.
Press
And
down.
you have so much,
Is that
you
right?
have good
Yes, this one
range
comes,
in this.
this one comes
Really,
back.
it's mostly
And
for
this one.
people that like,
Like that.
are all level. And so if I can get them
Those
to
points level.
Yeah.
not to move the spine, like get axial extension in the spine. So they're really focusing on the wearing their hips to the ground by engaging with muscles versus
How
like.
do you tell
That
if
makes
it's
sense.
crooked or not? Because if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
That's why you're a teacher. To be honest, that's like, there's
no
part of
way
the
to
reason
really
why,
know that.
I know people hate mirrors, but they're really, really helpful. Like, I love to work on